Yo, you know the deal. You nothing changed. Judah Ben. Yo. Here we go again to open up the show again. Suckers want to copy, so they try to wonder where we been. It's Thomas from the Bronx talking boxing, football and baseball and sometimes wrestling. Plus he all about the dough like Fosse. You might even catch him live, be on IG. You know he still rock with sock, even when the whole block is hot, chillin' in the cut like a doc. A lot of cowards, they act fake in a spot like they taking a spot, but imitators a pop. Tommy dropping out gems like a treasure chest. Every other week you might catch him with a special guest. Like the champ Keith Cologne, he's a regular. Took pics with Bud, so you better show him love. BBO and D-Free playing safety. They blocking all nonsense. Sonny, change your conscience. Yo. You already know the deal. Judah Ben. Tell a friend to tell a friend, son. Tommy from the Bronx. BVO, D-Free, Socrates in the spot. East St. Louis.
It's Rashid Shaheed with the seam. Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands. It's a 95-yard return if it holds to start the game.
Oh my God! This is just the beginning.
This is gonna count.
This is what started the game. This is just the beginning. Wait, there's more.
Second and goal. Fake. Darnold looking, firing, end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Wow. Wait. There's more.
Here's Walker. Cuts back. Kenneth Walker is in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
He's such an electric back. Look, this ball is supposed to go to the right side of the field. Watch.
Here's Walker. Cuts back. Kenneth Walker is in. Touchdown, Seahawks. On first down, Kenneth Walker again to the left. Sprinted through. Walker's got another. Touchdown, Seattle.
Just winning their blocks on the edge, and that's all it takes for Walker. A little space, and he's just electric in the open field. His speed, his explosiveness.
This was a salsa. A salsa. Belt to motherfucking ass. The Niners are sorry. I fucking love it. This is great. This is great. Yo, just to start the game, all right, let me tell you how, like, at least two Niner fans hit me up after the kickoff because it was over. After the kickoff, the game was over. And let me I just refresh my memory, people. Anybody in the chat? I haven't looked at the chat yet, and I know there's some people in the chat either celebrating with me, happy, and there's some people that are sad. But just because I don't know everything. I think I know everything sometimes, but if I'm not mistaken, this is 2 straight games the Seattle played the 49ers, right? And did the Niners score a touchdown in any of those games? Somebody tell me if they did not. I don't think the Niners have scored a touchdown in 8 quarters versus the Seahawks. 8 quarters, no touchdowns. Busted their ass, and I love it. You know what? I love it that we got another playoff game. We're going to get to host the NFC Championship game, but I love it even more because we got to beat the team I can't stand the most, the San Francisco Santa Clara 49ers. Beautifully. Yo, this was a bust, bro. Seriously, this was not even competitive. This was domination. Like, why beat the Eagles to go through this? Mr. Shelton, man, how are you doing, man? And vinegar. Oh, this is great. Joe Towns in the building, man. Salute. Bang, bang. Niner gag. Did they gag or did they gag? Yo, this wasn't even this was close. What they should have done was this. This is what they should have done. After the Eagles beating the Eagles, celebrate, fly back to Santa Clara, celebrate some more, and shouldn't have even showed up. They shouldn't have taken a trip up north to Seattle. They should have stood in Santa Clara and said, you know what? We got our playoff win. That was our Super Bowl. Let's not get embarrassed by the Seahawks. Let them go to the NFC Championship game. Let Darnold heal up a little bit with the oblique a little bit. That's what they should have done. But no, man. You know what? Let me tell you what happened. For those of you that don't know, 49er fans that I know, 49er fans that don't live in the West Coast at all, 49er fans that live here in New York, like me, I'm a Seahawks fan in New York, but I know at least a dozen or more San Francisco 49er fans from New York. The same 49er fans that jumped in the wagon in the mid-'80s or the late 80s and then to the mid-'90s, those Niner fans that haven't got that strive for 5, right? That's the thing, strive for 5. They haven't got that in a minute. Those Niner fans, a few of them text me, yo, we're going to beat Seattle. We're going to bust y'all. It's not going to be close. We're going to the Super Bowl. I'm going to look at my phone right now live because we're live now. You know what? Check this out. This is me. No robots. This is me. Go Seahawks. See the hat? You see the hat? You see the jersey right here? The throwback Seahawk jersey? You see it? This is me, right? Here's my phone. Let me see if any text messages. Let me see anybody texting me. I don't see a text. I see a text message from KG, the Puerto Rican kid, not the KG that we know, Puerto Rican kid from Fight Hype. I see him. He texts me congrats. Joe Townsend, I see a message from Joe Townsend. Congratulations, right? Mr. Shelton with a little FU here, the FU there, and a little FU everywhere. Mr. Shelton, at least he texts me. You know what I'm saying? So credit to Mr. Shelton. He's a good friend, good guy. I love Mr. Shelton, great guy, just roots for a bad team. That's all it is. But but to be fair, he wasn't one of them. My boy Tyrone, he texted me, but he stopped watching after the first quarter. He said, I'm not watching this. He said, fuck Brock Purdy. I stopped watching after the first quarter, but I was keeping track until I saw he threw the pick. Tyrone, you in the chat? I know you in the chat. I know Tyrone is watching because he be watching. But look, my boy Al hit me up. Who's this that hit me up? My boy Steve hit me up. Ralphie, Niner fan. He says, this is at 8:47. This is like 15 to 17 minutes after the game. No, the game started 8:20, right? In the East Coast. 8:47. Any good movies on right now? Let me see if I can show. I don't know if I can see it. He texts me. Any good? Ralphie texts me. Any good movies on last night? He was the guy. Let me scroll up. That said that they were going to win. Oh man, this is great. And then he gives me the middle finger. Oh man. BVO texts me. I got 50 on the Niners. I haven't heard from BVO since that text. That was when the game started. BVO, you alive? Like everybody was hating. Either you were the Niner fan or just a Tom hater, because he can't be a Seahawks hater. Like, why hate the Seahawks? Like, what does Seahawks do to anybody? It's just, I'm a fan of Seahawks, so you're a Tom hater. Yo, yo, this is a bust, a bella, a salsa. Yo, seriously, man, you can't come back for this. I ain't shit. You can't come back for this for something. And none of these 49ers fans can't come back from this. Next year, y'all could beat us 2 games in regular season. Who cares? The only way you could come, you have to beat us in the playoffs now, like y'all did a few years ago. Remember, y'all beat us in the playoffs. Y'all eliminated us a few years ago when we had Geno Smith quarterbacking. It was the first one. It was the first game. It was 2 years ago. Y'all beat us, right? And y'all beat us comfortably. It was a competitive game. We had the lead at halftime, and the Niners took over in the second half. Geno made some dumb turnovers. The Niners won. So, like, there's no coming back from that unless we beat the Niners, right, in the playoffs. And that's what happened today, right? A bust. But seriously, did the Niners score a touchdown in the last game too? Because 8 straight quarters of no, not a touchdown. And that's not talking about when we played there the first time when y'all beat us the first game of the year, because I believe y'all didn't score in the second half either a touchdown. I could be wrong at that. I'll look that up. But nevertheless, it was a bust. What was that, Shelton? I can't. Huh? What's that? I can't hear you. What was that? What? Do you need some more cheese with that wine? Right? What? We're injured. What happened to next man up? What happened is a team game. We injured. No excuses. No excuse. You know what that is? That's the world's smallest violin. Yo, this is great. I'm gonna be out here for a minute. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be out here and I'm gonna play some highlights because this was great. Let's the first play of the game. The first play of the game.
It's Rashid Shaheed. With the Steve Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands.
Let's talk about how the kicker tried to kick him and trip him. That's what was funny. He tried to do some ninja kick. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that?
It's a 95-yard return if it holds to start the game.
Did you see the kicker try to kick Shaheed when he was there? He didn't go for the tackle. He tried to do like sweep the leg, like some Karate Kid. Sweep the leg. Yo,
this is gonna count.
Yo, watch it again. Watch it again. Watch the kicker. Watch the kicker try to kick Shaheed as he's running down for the touchdown. Yo, this is sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. Yo, he tried to do some ninja kick. Look at this. Look at this.
It's Rashid Shaheed. With the Steve Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands.
Yo.
It's a 95-yard return if it holds to start the game.
Yo, he tried to trick him. Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, nah, y'all seen that, right? Y'all seen that? No, Mr. Sir, did you see him try to trick? Yo, that's hilarious, bro. Seriously, that's funny, bro. That is hilarious. No, seriously, did y'all see that? I know I ain't got a lot of people in here because not many people, mess with me like that, especially when it comes to other sports, maybe boxing. People come in here, we're talking football. Who cares about the Seahawks, right? So not a lot of people, but those that are in here, the 1.5 of you that are in here right now, yo, this is hilarious, bro. Like, I think I'm going to play this like every time I'm live. Like, this is one more time.
It's Rashid Shaheed. With the Steve Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands.
Yo, that's one of the funniest things I ever seen in a football game. Yo, he tried to do a sliding kick, bro. That is hilarious, bro. Like, for yo, that seriously, man. All jokes aside, that shit was funny. all jokes aside, bro, that's he tried the soccer trick. Yo, he tried to sweep the leg, bro. Oh my God, like a Karate Kid. He tried to sweep the leg. That is, oh my God. Oh man. Yo, this is great, man. The only other thing that would have made this better if it was the Giants we were playing and we beat them, because I don't like the Giants either, or if it was, I'm sorry, Pittsburgh, big dog, because y'all beat us in the Super Bowl, so I got a little bit of hate for the Pittsburgh too. So unless it was Pittsburgh. So those are 3 teams I don't like the most. I'm sorry, I can't, because Pittsburgh beat us in the Super Bowl the first time Seattle made the Super Bowl, and that still bothers me to this day because what's his name? Jeremy Stevens was talking mad trash, right? The tight end for the Seattle at the time. And he didn't do nothing the whole game, bro. And he dropped like 2 passes in that game. And then there was some bad calls in the game. With opening drive of that game, we scored a touchdown, and they called it back for a BS holding. And I'll never forget Darryl Jackson. It was like the first drive of the game Seattle had against Pittsburgh Super Bowl. They came up, scored a touchdown like nothing. And they called a holding play, and then we ended up kicking a field goal, and the game was trash after that. Like, I don't even think we scored a touchdown that game. So, and then there was a horse collar tackle they didn't call when they did Sean Alexander. So there's a couple plays in that game. And then you know how, like, when the referees make a mistake and the NFL admits it, they send the letter in the mail. Yeah, they send a letter in the mail saying that they messed up 2 calls in that Super Bowl. So that bothers me till this day. I'm not even going to lie. It was a good Super Bowl, and I was happy for Jerome Bettis because I love Jerome Bettis. And, Jerome Bettis is a Notre Dame guy. So I like Notre Dame. So I was happy for Jerome Bettis, but that's who will bother me. So I had to live with that until we finally won one, beating up the Broncos, and it was here in New York. Well, New Jersey, but the festivities were here in New York, which was cool. I got to go to that. They had like a nice little Super Bowl set up down in Manhattan. So that was pretty cool to win the first Super Bowl kind of like in Giant Stadium, the new MetLife. So that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and hopefully this year, listen, if you guys look at one of my shorts, we did an interview with this guy from the New York Post, Steve Serby, and he does his picks. He's an expert. He covers mostly the Giants and the Jets. And we were talking football. This is before the season started. And he was like, he said, I said, make your Super Bowl predictions, who he can. He couldn't do it because the New York Post, they have a layout of everybody's picks, the writers and stuff. So he wasn't allowed to do it until after it came out. But then he says, listen, but I'm gonna let you know, it won't be the Giants and the Jets. It won't be the Dolphins. It won't be the Cowboys. And then he says, I'm sorry, Thomas, it won't be the Seahawks. And then I said, yeah, you're right. Because I had no high expectations for this team. Like, we were picked to win like 7 to 8 games. I thought we would win about that, maybe be 500, maybe go 9-8. I didn't think the Seahawks team was going to be good. I know we were young. I didn't trust Sam Darnold at all. And, I knew we had a good young team of receivers. We drafted a kid from Colorado State who's good, Horton, but then he got hurt. But and then we started off slow. We lost to the Niners the first game. Then we won, I think, the next game. I think we lost to Tampa Bay in a shootout. So I didn't really have high expectations for this team as well, right? But the defense is just clicking. They played well. McDonald's has been a great, coach. Kubiak has been great in the offensive coordinator, and listen, we playing with house money. It just happens that we played the Niners, and I can't stand the Niners. So, like, if we would have played the Rams this week, it would have been the same thing. Like, I just don't want to lose to those teams. Like, so now we got to wait to see what happens next week. Every time Seattle's the number 1 seed and their home team in the NFC Championship game, they won to Super Bowl. So, so I do kind of have high expectations now because I feel like it's a really open field. I feel like all the teams left in the playoffs right now, even including Denver with Bo Nix hurt, I feel like everybody's got a shot. There's really not that dominant team, If I had to pick, if I wasn't a fan, like let's say I just like football, I would think the Rams are the best team right now overall. But the Rams are beatable. The Rams got lucky last week. They escaped the win with Carolina. So, and now they got to go play in cold weather against the Bears. So I think anything can happen. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I'm just happy we just beat the team I can't stand the most. And we're playing with house money. And you know what? Anything can happen. You know what? If Sam Darnold can manage the game and we can run the ball well, let our defense do what it's got to do, we can win the ball. So that's all it is. And I hope we do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pumped up. You know what I'm saying? So, but all in all, I'm more happy that we beat the San Francisco Santa Clara Niners. So What's up, Pat? What's going on? That's my man Pat from the Seahawks bar and Carlo East here in the city. I haven't been there in a minute. Were you at the bar today, Pat? Or no, you moved, right? I don't know, but let me know if you was at the bar now. I'm thinking of going next week. If not, I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Then maybe if they win, go to the bar for the Super Bowl. So I don't want to go and ruin the streak. Like, since I didn't go to the bar pretty much all year, I don't want to go now and then they lose and that's a jinx. So I'm gonna keep it the way I've been doing. Watch all the games here at home, and they've been doing good with me doing that. So I don't want to mess up the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we couldn't stop Hines. I couldn't stand Hines Ward as good as he was, because I thought he was always a dirty hitter, but he was a good blocker. He was very physical wide receiver. That was a game that Seattle played Pittsburgh in the regular season. I think after that or before that, where Chad Brown laid Hines Ward out, and I loved it. The Chad Ward is supposed to lay him out too. He's a linebacker, but I loved that. I couldn't stand Hines Ward, but I respected him. I definitely respected Hines Ward. There was no, that's right. There was no horse collar back then. You're right. There was a play, but it was in the fourth quarter. It was a big run by Sean, and they called holding, and I think he got tackled in the back of his neck, in the back, but they called holding on the play, and then I think after that play, I think Hasselbeck threw an interception. If I remember it correctly, it was a whole series, like the penalty caused, and they ended up getting an interception off of that, and that was pretty much the game. But yeah, man, this has been great. I appreciate everybody that came in here and celebrated this with me. I know there's some people that were lurking and watching that were Niner fans, because I feel like Tyrone was watching and he don't want to admit it. Let me check my phone again to see, but no. Oh wow, another time. I forgot he's a Niner fan too. Wow. He sent me congrats. I'm not gonna get at him. So at least another Niner fan sent me congrats. Mr. Shelton, you didn't really say congratulations. That's messed up, bro. Gave me the middle finger, man. That's sour grapes, man. But anyway, guys, man, this is great. I'm gonna milk it some more. Why not? Let's milk it a little bit more. Let's go over all the plays again. Let's do it. Here's my favorite play: the start of the game, and then the sweep the leg play. Let's do it.
It's Rashid Shaheed with the steam. Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands.
Yo, I can't stop laughing every time the kicker tries to kick him. That is hilarious to me.
Second and goal. Fake. Darnold looking, firing, end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Best wide receiver in football right now, dude.
Here's Walker, cuts back. Kenneth Walker is in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Here's Walker, cuts back. Kenneth Walker is in. Touchdown, Seahawks. On first down, Kenneth Walker again to the left. Sprinted through. Walker's got another. Touchdown, Seattle.
Just winning their blocks on the edge, and that's all it takes for Walker. A little space, and he's...
All right, guys, that's it, man. I don't want to bore you guys with my happiness. I really do appreciate the guys that came in here and said what's up. Not sure what we're doing tomorrow. There is a going to be an interview done tomorrow. Good conversation. If you go to US6 at Sports and Entertainment Hub, check that out. It's going to be my man KG. He's from the Usual Suspects. He's going to be doing an interview with my guy from the Bronx, Ofacio Falcon. I call him Ofacio Falcone, but it's really pronounced Falcon. He's gonna be on with KG. He's a 130-pound prospect, really good fighter, and he knows a lot about boxing. He's shared a ring with a lot of your favorite fighters as far as sparring and working out with. Just just trying to get a good promotion to get him up there in the rankings, to get him some good fights where people could see him and showcase more. So check out that interview. It should be great. I mean, Facio's, not just about his career. He could talk good boxing. Like, he's very knowledgeable of the game. So, and he's very knowledgeable of the sweet science. He's a Puerto Rican fighter. He's half Dominican, but he's a Puerto Rican fighter, and he doesn't fight like a typical Puerto Rican or Dominican. Like, he can box. You know what I'm saying? So he's been in the ring with guys like Shakur, and Shakur said wonderful things about him. Yeah, so check him out tomorrow, 5 o'clock, I believe, 5 o'clock Eastern time on the US 6 Sports and Entertainment Hub. And go give it a like, check it out. You know what I'm saying? That's my man KG. And we'll catch you guys soon this week. Not sure what's going on. Trying to line up an interview with a number one prospect, number one lightweight out of Puerto Rico. I got to line that up, so might have that too as well. So, but definitely appreciate everybody, man. Go Hawks. Next week, hosting the NFC Championship game. Not sure if we're the first or second game. I would imagine second game because it'll be in the West Coast, and either the Bears or the Rams. And I'm hoping the Bears win because I hate the Rams, right? So screw the Lambs, not the Rams, the Lambs. So you guys be safe, take care, and we'll catch you guys pretty soon, man.